After the election last November, you talked about repatriation and wanting to see corporate repatriation, ability to bring money back from overseas and get taxed at a lower rate. If this GOP House plan passes, you're going to be able to do that. Somewhere between 5 and 12% is on the table right now. If that happens, Marc, what would that mean in terms of Salesforce specifically? Meaning, how much money would you bring back? And how would that, or would that actually translate into, would you hire more? Would you pour more into the schools? What would happen? Because, you know, the naysayers look at it and they say, yeah, last time we had a tax holiday, it just went back to, you know, dividends and share buybacks.
Well, number one is for Salesforce, this is actually a somewhat negligible issue. But let me speak on behalf of the industry. And this is something that I've been focused on for about 10 years, actually, now with 2 administrations, that I do think repatriation would be a very healthy thing for our economy. First of all, I think it's a very healthy thing for the government because the government should be able to ring the register as that money is coming back. I'd love to see the government be able to take 15, 20% right off the top, which is great for taxes and great for the government in terms of the Treasury. But number 2, I think it's great for these companies because they can take this cash and they can use it to invest. Now, some of them might want to use it for stock buybacks. I think that should be restricted. Maybe they're going to just use it to distribute the cash to their shareholders. I think that the cash needs to be used to actually grow our economy, to hire locally. I'm sure you know Salesforce is a company that builds most of its technology already in the United States. I think that's a great opportunity when they bring this cash back to really focus on growing these companies right here in the United States. I think it's a huge opportunity.
But that's interesting. I mean, you put some qualifiers on it. You say, you know, you can't just do buybacks and dividend payouts. You got to, you know, invest it in ways that will better society. Let me ask you about you had this like very short pitch with President Trump. You had a few minutes with him to make your case on whatever you wanted. And it wasn't invest in Salesforce. It was apprenticeships.
Yes.
His daughter, Ivanka Trump, talks about that a lot. We haven't seen a lot happen. What do you want to happen?
We are going through this amazing revolution, and we are in a new era. And the key to this revolution is bringing everyone along. That's this whole interview. And how are we going to do that? It's education. It's public education. That's a critical thing. But it's also going to be a lot about job retraining. A lot of people whose jobs are going to basically change because of this new technology are going to have to get retrained. And the way to do that is with a very proven model, which is apprenticeships. You look at countries like Germany and Switzerland and others who have very deep apprenticeship programs. They have very low unemployment rates, and they're able to bring people who have incredible job change, not just people who are losing their jobs because of technology, but even refugees who are coming into countries like Germany and rapidly integrate them into society using these apprenticeship programs and vocational training. Why are we not doing that at scale in the United States? The government has fantastic programs in that area, like Apprenticeship Now and Apprenticeship USA. They're just not scaled. And so what I've asked the president to do in that meeting, which was, let's take a 5 million apprenticeship moonshot. Let's really build and deliver amazing apprenticeship programs, and let's create another educational system, if you will, in the U.S. And part of that can be companies like mine who take this very seriously. We're building next generation technology. We're introducing some of that here at this conference called trailhead.com to help people get onboarded, to get integrated deeply into this technology rapidly. But also, let's build apprenticeship programs where we can work hand in hand to do that retraining. And I can tell you right here at this conference, there's a lot of that going on.